I'll be the best alive. I'm gonna show you how to do it right. You'll see how you should be living life. But when you do, it's not that hard. Really gonna wanna give it up. I'll be the best alive. I'm gonna show you how to do it right.
What's up, BC? I'm Giovanni, and this is the podcast for Boston. Today, we have Boston College skiing in the house. Bode, Flanigan, Brie, Weston, and Alex McNabb join us now. Guys, welcome in. Thanks for taking time out of your afternoon.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
having
having
us.
We were just saying before that this is the first one of these you've recorded at least this semester where the sport we're talking about is actively in season. Born and raised on the East Coast. I know we've got a West Coast person, a couple East Coast people over here. This is the most amount of snow I've seen in my lifetime on the East Coast. I mean,
yeah.
where obviously you guys probably have seen some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from Boston. This is pretty good.
This is a pretty good haul, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm just thinking as I came over here, like, I would wonder if the ski team would think about going on the hills outside here in BC,
Yeah.
not having to leave campus, because, you know, when we had that big snowstorm, a lot of people down the hills at Iggy, like on the big hills, like just taking skis out. I saw some people cross-country skiing on the fields outside Fish. I mean, obviously, different sport, different kind of athleticism, but just all this snow, does it make, I mean, is it like more fun for you guys? Do you notice a difference with, like, I know there's been years in the past where there's been a lot of ice on the East Coast.
Yeah. No, I think it's really great. I mean, I think it gets us all super excited to travel to the mountain every day and know that we're going to have some good snow. I think it's been really cold, which also is really good, if you guys agree.
Very
Some
cool.
people
Yeah,
like
I'm
don't
very
like
cool.
that, but it's been freezing.
Not on the ski team, right? There's no warm weather fans, or maybe
Got a few. Some of the
Got a
West
few.
Coast guys.
Yeah.
Fair weather skiers. So.
Definitely.
Well, that's the thing about the West Coast, right? Is you get kind of the balance of it, right? Depending on where you are in California, you go up to Tahoe, right? You get nice mountains up there, and then of course you can play golf in the same day. Like,
Yeah.
that's a good thing about the West Coast. Was that an adjustment for you, Bode, coming over here?
Yeah, I like to say, kind of make the joke that when I tell people I came to Boston for skiing, that then they look at me like I have a hole in the head, which is fair. And it's definitely like, it's funny, the first 3 years that I was here, it's like we just had, I'm from Steamboat Springs, Colorado originally, so nice resort town, good snow, trademark champagne powder.
Yep.
In the first 3 years, it was just like record year after record year. Like they were getting dumped on. My parents were saying like, oh, it's not even fun to ski powder anymore. Like it's just every day.
It's just,
And then we had like no snow on the east. But
Yeah.
this year, unfortunately, Steamboat has no snow, but it's been good bragging rights
I was
for
going
me.
to say, on the flip side, you've got
Oh,
more
yeah.
snow than you know what to do with out here, right? Do you notice a difference in terms of like maybe racing between this year and past years because of it?
Yeah, I think so. But at the same time with the cold weather, it's we've had like harder snow conditions than we have in past years. I think last year with like the warmer weather, it was like more variable and soft. But this year it's been so cold that the conditions stay consistent throughout like the whole race, which is nice for, keeps things more competitive with people that are starting later on in the race have a better chance than if it was softer and,
So you're saying in years past, when the weather might have fluctuated a little bit, you might have had, if you were a morning racer, you would have different conditions than someone in the afternoon. Is that what made it difficult?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we also have like for skiing, like your bib order. So like for example, someone would be starting maybe in like the top 15 of the starters, and then you could also be starting then toward the back, like maybe around like 80 or 90. So after skiing down, if you're running 80th, for example, and it's soft snow, it usually can turn into somewhat of a bobsled track almost. So it's definitely been, like Alex said, like the consistent snow has made it a lot easier for people that are running at a further back starting position to like have a fair chance to really like put it into the top 30 or top 20 and stuff like
So
that.
just adjustments having to be made depending on, whether, I don't know what warm-up looks like for you guys in the mountains, and whether you're actually like getting down and skiing, but just seeing what the snow looks like when you're racing. That's what the adjustment is.
Yeah.
It's so difficult. It's for someone that's only skied recreationally, and I've kind of seen like the races going on. I'm like, I can't even imagine. Like I can barely get down the mountain by like just in my like ski boots and ski gear. Like, and I'm ready to get to the lodge and get like a pretzel or something. But just go ahead.
Getting into the boots is half the battle.
Right.
Getting everything.
It's so hard. But I do want to get into you guys as people, as members of the BC community. Did each of you have a moment when maybe you were touring BC or just hearing about it, deciding where you wanted to ski at the next level, when this became the place for you?
You You guys should start.
I'm from Stowe, Vermont originally, so but both my parents are from Massachusetts. I have like strong Boston roots, and I think BC is a place I always wanted to go. I think this is the first time that I've like lived in a more urban environment, as well as BC has like Division I for all other sports, which isn't the case for a lot of other ski programs. And I think having a D1 program across the board is really awesome because you get to obviously enjoy the added benefits of all the facilities, but then also being able to go watch other high-level athletics as like a big sports fan was like a really big thing for me, as well as like the balance between academics and athletics. I found for me, BC was like a really great place where I could excel in both.
Yeah, a great combination, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Totally. I think super similar to that. Like I mentioned, I'm from Boston, so I always felt like home here. And I think that especially with skiing, I grew up skiing in Vermont at Stowe as well. And I just felt like BC was a perfect location to be able to still go to the mountain and train, and then, you know, be able to come back here and have the city super close. There's always a bunch of activities. I mean, same with me and what Alex said about like academics too. Like, I think that this was such a perfect balance, and I think that we have such good resources, good people. Even like when I was touring, I remember I was just really excited about like the strength coach and like Billy and
Shout out Billy.
And definitely sports med too. We have Darlene. We have just like a lot of good resources, and I think that is definitely what, you know, caught my eye and made me really excited about coming here for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, being from the West, it was a little bit different, a little unorthodox, and it's like, I think I don't want to disparage kids from the West too much, but I think there's a certain sort of cocky mentality coming out of there, which I certainly
a certain bravado, maybe.
Oh, absolutely. When you're leaving high school, and so I was really, and I say that not just generally, but maybe in reference to where they're looking for skiing. There's like some really powerhouse programs in the West, even though there's fewer of them. And I was definitely victim to that as well. I was coming out like, all right, it's West Coast or bust for me, like sunshine, blue sky.
Yep.
But things, I mean, call it fate or whatever you want to. It worked out where BC was really my like kind of only option to ski coming out of high school, and so I ended up committing before I'd toured the school at all, and then came out and toured afterwards. And that was the moment, like these guys said. Then you know, I came and I was like, this is unbelievable. I mean, just the campus, beautiful. Facilities are incredible for all of athletics. I mean, the academics are incredible, and like, it was
I mean,
perfect.
you mentioned it, right? I remember touring myself, just walking on and feeling like, oh, this is Hogwarts or something, right? It's like the Harry Potter-like buildings. You see Gaston in the sunlight, and then, you know, for you guys to be in the East Coast, right, and to grow up on some of the mountains over here, Brie and Alex, I know, Bode, you came from obviously great mountains over on the West Coast, but what were some of those mountains that you guys grew up on and maybe grew up loving skiing on? And maybe Stowe for you, Alex?
Yeah, I think
be,
Stowe's the
right?
easy choice
Might
for
be
me.
the biggest Stowe fan ever.
Yeah, and it was really fun. We were there this past Thursday and Friday for the UVM Carnival, and it was really great for me. Obviously, I got to sleep in my own bed before the races, which was nice. As well as just being at home. I love that place so much, and it was awesome to be there. But, you know, I also enjoy, I don't know, maybe Whiteface. I really like Whiteface, especially free skiing Whiteface. The race hill is great, but Whiteface free skiing is a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, I also grew up skiing at Stowe, so I definitely, that has a place in my heart for sure. I think that something also I love about BC is the familiarity with the mountains as like growing up skiing here. So like I also grew up skiing at Sugarbush in Vermont as well as Stowe, and you know, throughout like my entire ski career, you kind of just move around and you travel to a bunch of different places like Sugarloaf, Sunday River, Stowe, Sugarbush, Berkeley, like a bunch of different mountains. And I think that, you know, even still being at BC now, like you're still skiing at those places. So it just feels like really amazing and awesome to be able to come back to those great mountains.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I got to give a shout out Howison Hill in Steamboat Springs. That's my hometown spot.
Yep.
Palma there, Little Hill under
There's
the lights.
the big steamboat resort, right?
There is, and that's great too. I love it. All love for Steamboat.
Maybe
but
a bit of a
Howison
tourist
Hill,
attraction.
Yeah, I think the real skiers know where to go. Go
The
hit
locals.
house and
The
the
locals.
locals.
There you
sure.
go.
At least the young locals after school.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, at a certain point in skiing, it's like you have to branch out of Colorado or out of the East. Like all of us before coming to school have traveled all over the world, which, I mean, fortunate to say that. But even within the U.S., like came out East a lot, you know, and it's more discovery at that point of these new mountains. But yeah, I think Stowe lives up to the hype. Maybe not the hype that Alex gives it, but the hype that it deserves of great mountain, great skiing. And then Sugarbush has been a place in Vermont. We go there for our Jan camp every year, our like training camp. I've kind of got a soft spot in my heart for Sugarbush now. It's good training, nice snow.
all names you hear about, right? Brie, one thing I wanted to ask you as a Mass native, I hear maybe a lot of friends at BC and beyond will just go to Vermont, right? You hear about the Stowes, the Strattons, the Killingtons, right? But are there any mountains in Massachusetts that people should go to or that you've been to?
I am not 100% sure. I mean, we've definitely spent some time at Blue Hills. We train there on Tuesdays.
So that's the training spot.
Well, on Tuesdays we train there because it's really close. It's super easy. It's probably about 30-ish?
20 minutes out.
20 to 30 minutes away. That's definitely a fun spot to be able to go to for training on Tuesdays and stuff. And then we also got Wachusett. We got Neshoba? Berkshire East.
Jiminy Peak.
Jiminy Peak.
I thought that was in New York, no?
It's like
Is it?
right
on the
border.
border. So it's
I think
technically
it might,
Massachusetts?
Yes.
It honestly might be split.
We're hitting a technicality.
Yeah,
here.
we're hitting-
So we'll
So
go
I know
Catamount.
there's that's
Catamount.
what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
One
it's
is
split.
one's in Vermont, one's in New York, right? Or like half
Or
of
it's
it's
like
in Vermont.
Mass, New York. I
Maybe it's
believe.
some
Yeah.
combination of states. The
Yes.
mountains in both spots.
Yes,
But
I think they're all great. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely haven't spent a lot of time skiing them, but my one recommendation that I know that I have skied is Blue Hills.
Blue
Shout
Hills.
out Blue Hills.
To the
yeah.
training spot. Blue Hills,
To the training
familiarity
spot.
there.
Locals.
I mean, people go to Vermont for a reason, right, Alex? Because it's just the best skiing. I want to give you a chance to say what you say, to gas up Stowe, if you will.
No, yeah, I mean, Stowe is obviously great. Talked a lot about it already, but no, but I think Vermont as a state is a lot of great skiing. I really enjoy Killington. Is an awesome spot as well. I really love how they blow a lot of snow early in the season to get Superstar open, and then continue to blow snow whenever they can to keep it open. I know in years past they've made it all the way to Memorial Day weekend, so
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, well, in a great year, like maybe like we're headed for now.
yeah,
Like-
and that's a lot of fun. Like I
Yeah.
think that they do a great job of just for the love of the game, not necessarily for the profit and shutting things down. So they really are in it for the locals, which is cool. I think Jay Peak is also slept on in Vermont, pretty far up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think last year it was third for total snow total,
Oh, wow.
I believe. So that that's a lot of fun to free ski as well.
Impressive.
But yeah.
So you mentioned free ski. I take it that's like non-racing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's just going
i.e.
and
what
having
I
fun.
do, what
Yeah.
the rest of us non-racers do. Here's a question I was thinking of when I was just looking through some of this stuff, right? What makes one of these mountains that, people like me could very easily just go on and free ski? What makes one of these mountains compatible for a race?
Ooh, it's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's multiple aspects to it. First one is like the mountain operations, like the people there. That's a big piece of it because it's a lot of work to put on
Yeah.
a race, and it's it takes away a trail from the public, and it's expensive to host races. So I think we're very fortunate, like all around the East and around the U.S., that people still have a passion for putting on races. But then on a level of the actual hill, there's technical things, like it has to be where it is homologated, like approved to be a race hill, but it's really just, you have to have the vertical drop and the width of the trail. So yeah, I don't know if you guys.
Are there certain things that like maybe you guys for like a race, specifications for your guys' personal like preferences?
I think everyone's definitely unique in what they like. Like sometimes there are some steeper trails at certain mountains or flatter, or maybe there's some challenging terrain on the trail that we're skiing on. And I think that everybody has their strong suits. And like my personal preference, I usually like when the trail starts out with a flat, sort of like get into a rhythm and then go down a pitch. That's what I like, and maybe having some fun terrain on there as well definitely makes it fun. But I think What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's, it depends on the person. I really like just a variable trail, not something that's like predictable, like, just goes flat, steep, flat, some like rollers and terrain and some blind knolls and stuff like that. That's always fun, keeps it interesting. But yeah, like what Bode said, I think how the mountain operates on like a snow level, if the race program has a good relationship with the mountain and they can get the snow exactly how they like it, that is like a really big deal for racing.
And you mentioned it, Bode. Like, there's just so much that goes into one of these, right? I'm sure they take all day long and maybe across multiple days, right, for each of these events. I ran track in high school, and I just know that all these, maybe there's some similarities. One of them, I think, is that it takes a while to get all these, right? But no, that's a testament to the staff that works the mountains, to you guys for putting in all this effort, right? For the teams for showing up and just and giving their all on race day. What does a typical race day look like for you guys?
Ooh, yeah, it's usually a pretty early wake up across the board.
What are we thinking? Like or not thinking, but like what time?
Talking usually like right around 6, maybe just before 6, because we're leaving the hotel. Let's say I'm generalizing here, but call it 6:30, 6:45. So pack up, then head to the mountain. Everyone's got their own race day routines. You guys can maybe get into some specifics for yourself, but I'm a big get to the lodge, have a long warm-up in the lodge, like to take some time, and skiing's a real small sport, so we get to know pretty much everyone who's out there racing, so I like to do my rounds, maybe say hi to the people, dap up the competitors and stuff like that. Yep. And then as far as the timeline goes, first run is usually 9 a.m., and then it kind of progresses from there. The ski racing's done in 2 runs combined time, so do men and women on the same day, so it's like women's first run 9 a.m., men maybe 10:30, women's second run noon, and then men anywhere from 1:30 if the race is going fast, run well, and we've had some that are like 3:30, 3:45.
Wow, that's all day.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts.
Definitely is very time consuming, but definitely fun. I think that, like Bode explained that perfectly. I think that's like the perfect explanation. Everybody, like Bode mentioned, has their own race day routine. And for me, for example, like I get to the mountain and I also try and do a long warm up. It's definitely super, super, super important to like warm up your body and also your mind too. Like I think that getting in the right headspace and making sure that you feel like you're ready to compete and sort of translate what you've been doing in training and sort of try and, have that repeat everything that you've been doing. I think that's really important. I'm the type of person, I get there, I also say hi to my friends as well, but then once I'm ready to focus, I put in my headphones and I do my warm-up the same every single time. And then, we head out for inspection where we go and look at the course before first run, which definitely is important. You want to make sure that you're in a really focused space for that, to make sure that you can, look at certain terrain, like look at certain parts of the course that, might be a little bit tricky and make sure that you know how you're going to go into it. Yeah, that's my routine, and it's working. So
there you go. It ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Alex, how about you?
I think I probably have a shorter in-lodge warm-up than these two. I try to be like out there a little bit sooner. I like to be in inspection early if I can, and then up before my run pretty early as well. Bode's on the complete opposite schedule as me. Yeah, I'd just rather have like more time to, work through what I need to do before my run, as well as like a lot of people tend to be on the back half of the inspection window. So if you're there like earlier, you don't have as many people to work around, so you can like see things more clearly and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's
you want to just you in the course.
Yeah, as few people as possible,
right?
so then you can look down the hill and then
there you go.
Slip down a little bit, look back up the hill, and be able to, see what you need to do.
And so now getting into the actual race, do we have a favorite event that we race?
Like to say whatever we're racing on that day. But we only
Good answer. Coach likes that answer.
Yeah. Put me in anywhere.
Any team, anytime, any place.
Yeah. No, I think slalom for me. We go giant slalom or slalom. I'm taking slalom, claiming it.
Okay.
I don't know about these
you
guys.
can pick the same event.
Yeah. I think for me right now, I'm really feeling good about my slalom. I think that in the past, like it's definitely changed. Sometimes I am loving GS, sometimes I'm loving slalom. I think it's just about a bunch of things. I think it also has to do with confidence. And so right now I'm feeling really good about my slalom. So that's probably what I would say.
Yeah, I think it's like whatever I'm skiing best at
There
the
we go.
moment.
I love it.
But I think right now I really like where my GS is at. You know, if I hit everything I need to do, I think I'm skiing pretty fast. So, but definitely there's been a lot of years where slalom has been my favorite. So,
What are some of the mental and maybe physical differences between the giant slalom and the slalom?
I think slalom is definitely more like fast-paced and a higher tempo. So you really got to be on your toes, and definitely just like continuing to look down the course and seeing the changes and what you need to be, adapting to. I think for GS, it's a little bit more lengthened almost. So it's just trying to be a little bit more patient and, just smooth. And I think if you guys can explain it better, I'm like, I don't know.
I think that's it. I think, I mean, getting into the fine details of it a little bit. It's like slalom, even though it's a lot faster and you have to be on your toes, I think some people describe it as feeling slower because you don't really even have time to like think about what you're doing. It's more just reacting and letting the skis do the work.
Picking your spots almost.
Yeah, exactly. In GS, I think when you're skiing GS really well, it feels like it slows down and you can not everything's coming at you so fast, but if you're not skiing quite that well, things can start to feel like they're coming at you really fast.
I can only imagine what that's like. Do you guys try to practice some of those things? Obviously, I'm sure practice and training looks different for across events, but what are some of the things you'll try to do to kind of offset that?
I think for me, it's all with confidence and comes from training. So like if I'm like I feel really good, I said about my slalom right now. So when I'm at training, I'm trying to focus on, like making little changes and trying to, I feel like I'm in a good flow right now. So I'm trying to almost like fine tune it a little bit, which might feel a little bit uncomfortable. But in order to, get better your skiing, sometimes you have to feel a little bit uncomfortable to then feel like you're almost in control again. So it's sort of like this dance back and forth of trying to, fix some stuff and then like make that just be almost like a, just an automatic like reaction when you're skiing. So that I think is definitely what I try to do at least.
Interesting. And I feel like you get to ski and race in general, and you guys, I want to hear your thoughts on this, obviously. You have to be comfortable with discomfort. Because I just look at, even watching the Olympics right now, right? I can't believe we haven't brought that up. Very timely that we're doing this interview at this moment with the events this past weekend and throughout the events in Milan. I just fear for their knees. I feel like I couldn't, it's the most taxing sport on the knees. Because, obviously, again, now you're literally on the blade of the ski. And you guys know this. I'm just kind of, fanboying here. But what are, how do you guys, what does conditioning look like? Is what I'm trying to spit out here. How do you train your knees to be that, compatible to a race?
Yeah.
Well, what we do here is that in the fall, when we're not skiing, we're lifting 3 days a week and then doing conditioning 2 days a week. So we lift Monday afternoons, what is it in the fall?
Tuesday mornings,
Thursday mornings. There you go.
Yeah, he's got it.
And then conditioning. So a lot of legs. So we do a lot of cleans and a lot of squats. I think that's very important. And then for conditioning, it's you want to be well conditioned, obviously, but also the short bursts, because a run is anywhere from 45 seconds to a minute 10. So you want to be able to be at your best for 60 seconds ish, and then go through a long period of rest before you need to put in a high effort again. So a lot of interval training is really good, both with weights and conditioning with running or on an assault bike or something like that. But
Yeah.
You mentioned muscle memory. How much of it comes from just having done it so many times throughout your entire life?
I think a tremendous amount comes from that, and I think that it's honestly not talked about enough. And we were actually just talking about this in one of our classes, but it's really hard to explain to someone how to ski if they don't know how to ski, just because I think a lot of us have been doing it for a really long time. It's second to walking. We all started pretty early. And I think that, especially on race day and when we're racing, it's really important to just, trust yourself and know that like you've put in the work and you know how to do everything. And it's really just time to go out there and, do what you know how to do and sort of just let your body and mind take it from there.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely like really, really important. And it's a huge part of it. So.
And it's something that's unfathomable to someone like me that's just like a free skier, like you say, right? Someone that'll just go out for a good time, maybe a pretzel in the lodge afterwards. But just, it's like second nature to you guys. And I'm sure that makes the training that much easier, knowing that you've got years worth of preparation in addition to the training you do here at BC to help you out on race day.
Yeah,
totally.
absolutely. And I mean, I think going back to the physical training and like the knees, and that plays into the muscle memory is like exactly like you just said, having the confidence to go out and trust your body and trust your preparation. Like I've had coaches in the past who say like training or dry land conditioning is where you like put in the work and do the changes, and then the race day is just kind of time to show off, do what you do. That's it. It's like not worried about it from there.
What does that mindset at the start gate look like for each of you?
Definitely unique to each of us, I think. For me, I need to be in a good, like, positive and happy and sort of upbeat mindset where I'm feeling like I've done this 1,000 times and let me just do it again and let's have fun with it. Obviously, I try and focus like right before I go and take some deep breaths and, remember the course and make sure I know what my plan is. But other than that, I think that for me, my best skiing comes when I am just letting it go and sort of, relying, like we've talked about, on my muscle memory and sort of, knowing that I know how to do it and I can trust myself and have fun with it. I think that's the most important part for me, for sure, that I think about.
For me, I think I need to tell myself to be more calm in the gate. I tend to get really excited and it might hurt me more than help me. Once I get on course, I think for me, also taking some deep breaths, focusing on what I need to focus on, and while also being calm and present is really important for me. I say, those are the two main things mentally.
Also, smile.
Yeah.
I always like to
Smile, have
smile
some fun,
before
right?
I go. Just remind us like why we're
Yeah.
here and, but
No, it's fun to do it. And I think presence, like Alex said, that's been my only focus. Shout out Eckhart Tolle, an author that I really like that writes about presence. That's been a game changer for me mentally in the start. It's like, like Brie said, and both of them, like smiling, like it's pretty incredible sport to do, like we're out in these beautiful mountains that we talked about, it's oftentimes like sunny, beautiful days, and people pay a lot of money to go on ski vacations. So to get to have it be like the sport that we do and that we're worried about it's like a pretty nice life to live. So try to think about that and then just cut through. I think in any sport and in life in general, you have a lot of thoughts about, the outcomes, anxieties, or thoughts about the past and stuff like that. And kind of what Alex was hinting at, if you can cut through those like thoughts, future and past, and just get into the present moment, feel my body, and then I think I'm ready to go after that.
There's another similarity to track is you can get so bogged down in the times and just what you're doing and how that's affecting your results on race day. It's just, you got to I always try to take a breath, like you mentioned, like just kind of take it in. Hey, you need physical talents for this, right? Especially in skiing where you're, putting your bodies on the line, but just the overall ambiance of it, right? You're on a mountain in the middle of winter and you're all bundled up, right? And those cool uniforms you guys get too, which, right, with the helmets, right, and the goggles. What are some differences for someone like me that's, again, just done recreational skiing? What are some differences between what you might normally wear on a ski trip versus what you wear on race day?
A lot more spandex on race day.
A lot less clothing.
I'm sure I've got like the base layer, right?
Yeah.
And then I've got my jacket, pullover, stuff like that. Those boots that I battle, I feel like, against. I'm fighting a war against the boots, getting them on and off before the race.
Yes. I'm definitely way more bundled if I'm just going skiing for fun. I love to have a bunch of layers on. I look like a marshmallow when I walk out of the lodge because I like to be warm. But on race day, definitely we wear some super tight suits and, tight clothing underneath, and it can be a little bit chilly. So I think, on race day, it's definitely also important to, have those layers on top of that, like really tight base that we wear. And I think, you know, you got to stay warm. That's like
Right.
really, really important for sure.
Because that's what I always wonder. Like, is that enough? Like, even watching the Olympics,
never
It's
bad.
not.
Like,
It's not.
aren't they cold?
It's
Yeah.
freezing.
You
Yeah,
are.
it's really cold.
I mean, although, am I correct that you guys get your names on the front, on the back? Maybe that's is that a media day thing, or do we get?
Those are for like our training bibs,
Okay.
and then we have like a training number, because you know there's like a timer and you plug in your number, and then
That's
when
how
you get
you
to the
record and
bottom,
track it.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
So there's no like. You should make it into a jersey.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Didn't make it-
Yeah.
Maybe
Be
not
pretty cool.
numbers. I don't feel like it's a numbers sport. Like track wasn't a numbers sport. But like put the last name on the back, right? Let's get a little nameplate going on there.
Yeah,
Though
that'd be
pretty sweet.
maybe, I know there's some old timers out there, baseball fans, and be like, I don't want any names on
Yeah.
the back,
Keep it
right? Like
clean.
keep it clean, keep it professional, get that nice BC logo in, right? The designs are pretty cool, but not really warm is what we're learning.
No, not warm, but that's just skiing. Like, I
Yeah.
think that's just ski
Yep.
racing. We've all, you know, grown up with it. And it's like we got the tightest boots. And our feet are so cold. And, you know, we have the tight suits. And sometimes you get to especially now, like we've been talking about, it's been freezing. So we get to the bottom of the course and it's like, I need my jacket and, all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
definitely cold.
A lot of layers. We
of
wear
layers.
like
Layers.
cut proof underneath,
Okay.
kind of
yeah.
similar to hockey. That's a new thing that's come about in the past couple of years.
Okay.
So that, and then some like pads underneath that help with warmth. But it's like fighting an uphill battle, getting everything on, and start wondering like, man, why didn't I choose surfing or something like that?
Like a
But then-
warm weather sport,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Even you guys that are growing up in somewhat cold destinations, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about those boots a lot. Is there a maybe silver bullet for an easier way to put them on for everyone out there that struggles like I do?
I use
Hairdryer.
the hair dryer.
Yeah.
I've heard about this.
Yeah.
So what can you explain a little bit more about what that is?
You're a big
I
hair
am.
dry
Yeah.
guy.
Hair dryer
I'd go
guy?
for it.
Yeah.
I've cracked so many shells, so when the plastic gets too cold, and we wear like
Yeah.
the soft liner of our shells. We tie them onto our feet 1st and then slip in. So it's a little different
Okay.
than like a recreational boot. But if it's too cold, you can just break the plastic, and then they don't perform as well. So you get the hair dryer going in the morning, just blast the shells like
Yep. And
it's
it
almost
just
like
slides
you're
right
cooking
in,
'em.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
glove. It's good.
Awesome.
Wow.
Definitely a good thing to have in your bag for sure.
Like just a hair
regular
old
yeah.
hair dryer.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
works too.
Regular-
Off the hill, you just come down.
Yeah.
You get a nice little hair
You
dryer.
need a
and-
blowout.
Blow dry your hair.
Because
Yeah.
I know under those gaiters, your hair gets all messed up. Like
Yeah.
nice little
Yeah.
hat head
Helmet
there,
hair
but
is
just
it's brutal.
dual purpose, right? Have a hair dryer in your ski bag next time
Yeah.
next time you hit the mountain.
Yeah.
I've heard about another thing that you guys maybe do, and again, I have no pretense of what this is. I want to let you guys explain it. What is eagle pose?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Big time. I mean,
Yeah.
best way it's to show
Yeah.
it, is
Yeah,
to throw it
just
up. This is the podium
Oh, so
stand.
it's
The
a
podium
celebration.
stance.
It's
It
a
is.
celebration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
get off the podium and it's boom.
boom.
Eagle stand.
All right.
Gotta check it
well,
out.
is it left foot or right foot? Do I have the right foot?
Depends
or
on
is
the
it just
person.
Whatever
Whatever's
feels
natural.
natural.
Whatever
Yeah.
feels natural.
Eagles are free. I think
Yeah.
That's
How did this come about?
Was it last year or the
I
year
think-
before?
I think last
I
year.
think
Yeah.
it was last year.
The origins are up for debate. but
Yeah.
at some point throughout the season, we just had, who was the first one to do it?
I don't know.
Any
It
name
was like an
drops?
early season race, I think, last season.
And someone just
That's
I
it.
think
I
it
think
might have
so.
been me.
I think it could have been.
It could've
Brie.
been.
I think
We'll
it might
give
have been me.
Yeah.
I was
You might-
at Okemo, and it was one of my first races back from injury, and I ended
Yeah.
up doing really well. And I think that everyone was super excited, and Alex was there, and so were the rest of my teammates as well. And I remember he was like, "Throw up an eagle," and then I was like,
you got to celebrate for something,
Yeah.
right? Like
And
I
then-
don't feel like I see a lot of even at the Olympics. I don't see a lot of like celebrations on the podium outside
Yeah.
of this. Maybe like fight the medal, right? That's like kind of
Yeah.
the classic, but
trying to mix it up.
Yeah.
We're trying
mix
to
mix
change
it
that.
up and
Yeah.
have the eagle pose be a thing. Like so,
Totally.
whenever a BC skier gets on the podium, just
yeah. We've
Oh,
also
yeah.
Oh,
been
yeah.
getting on the podium. We've been doing
I know.
really, really well.
That's where I was
like
headed next,
within
yeah.
the past few years, like
Yep.
it's turned into a thing because we're all skiing super well. So it's definitely something that is like really fun, and
Yeah.
it ties back to our team and our culture, and I think that it's just gotta throw it up.
there it is.
I mean,
I feel like we need to propose that as a touchdown celebration.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think so.
Yeah, if we can.
100%.
Hockey, I get on the skate tonight, the beam pot, right? Someone
Yes.
scores.
Yeah.
Go Eagles.
Eagle pose,
Go
right?
Eagles.
Go
Yeah.
Eagles, 100%. Bode, that's timely because you're the first BC skier to podium in NCAA. So, did we hit an eagle pose?
Oh man, I did.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I gotta
was sweet.
apologize
There we go.
on air to Jaden Buckrell of University of New Hampshire. Great guy. national champion in the slalom. He beat me, and in the process of throwing up my eagle, I ruined a lot of photos of him because I put the claw right in front of his face. So I want to make a formal apology on air to Jaden that it wasn't on purpose.
Jaden's out there. Oh, Bode's sorry. He did not mean the eagle pose in your face. You can speak for you there. But what was it like to make BC history like that?
I mean, it's great. It's funny, like skiing. I mean, with a lot of sports, it just comes down to one day, but skiing, it's like 2 runs that are 50 seconds each. So feel very fortunate that it worked out the way that it did. It was awesome. Alex was there, a few other teammates. I mean, that's really like, I think the memories that I'll cherish for a long time are celebrating with Alex. We have an awesome video once again of a good dap up in the finish, which is great. My family was there, which was it was pretty awesome, and my dad was actually announcing, which was very special.
No kidding.
Yeah. Then also, I mean, it's just like for us to be here in this moment, like Brie said, the team's really gone on a pretty meteoric rise. Like, not exclusively since we've been here, but I think it's been a great 4 years to witness it. And all of that is just due to the Eagles who came before us. Not to be too cliche, but we came in, inherited especially a team culture that's just exceptional, and I think that's shaped it. And that earlier when we were talking about training, I was going to mention that I think our team culture makes training just so much more valuable. It's we're all pushing each other. Everyone has a real desire to do well, and so I think very, very cool to make history, but it feels more just the outcome of years of BC skiing that have shaped not just me but the whole team
100%.
into what it is.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's one of the things also I fell in love with once I got here. I mean, I just thought that it was amazing how we learn from each other, we inspire each other, and I think that we're always pushing each other to be better. And if something's wrong or if you need help with something, someone is there to help you, and we all are just there for each other, and it's just our word is family, so we are such a family. And I think that has been, honestly, looking back at my time at BC, one of my favorite things is just the people that I've met, and our team, and just everything about it. I mean, I think that's one of the best things for sure.
Yeah.
Brie, you mentioned that family. Is there a maybe favorite memory with this family that you guys have across your 4 years of BC skiing?
I think for me, going back was watching Bode's podium at NCAAs last year. It was awesome. It was a great moment. Like you said, both of his parents were there. His dad was announcing. Shout out Izzy, his girlfriend, skis for Dartmouth, and we were at Dartmouth, so a lot of people that he knew were there as well. And I mean, I think it was definitely my favorite moment from the past 3 years was that.
And the dap up. I gotta see.
It was pretty crisp.
It
was
sounds
solid.
I need to see a video of this.
Yeah.
You can hear how crisp it is. I can imagine it too.
Someone had a good mic in the area.
Oh,
It was good.
That's great.
There's some footage of
That
it.
video will live forever.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Totally. One of my favorite parts, I think, it continues to go on. It's not maybe just one set moment, but all of our training camps are my favorite times. I think that it's such a great bonding experience, especially for new, people that come in, freshmen, also grad students. We had a lot of grad students last year, so it was really awesome to have, some young people as well as some older people that, skied and went to other schools and then come into BC. But on all the training camps, I just feel like everyone is, especially in November, I feel like everyone's just so excited to get back onto snow. And I think that everybody is just super grateful on that first day we're back skiing, and it's just everybody's in the best mood. And I think, we go back to the hotel and we play games together and we have dinner together, and, you're with a new roommate and stuff maybe. And it's something that I've always looked forward to. And I think that I, continued to look forward to during my time at BC. But yeah, I just love those camps for sure. I think that's awesome for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got the UNC squad here. We're all seniors. So
I was gonna say we're all looking back at our time at BC, beat myself included.
Yeah, no, I think we've done some. At least I've personally done some reflecting on it. I think we all have about memories and staring down the end of careers here. But I think for me, it's not a moment in specific, and I'm not saying getting back on the bus after training because I was so like excited to be done with training. That's not it at all. Training itself is something that I think really sticks out for me. But when we get back on the bus, and that's like carnivals, we're only able to send 7 men and 7 women, and we've had a really large team all 4 years we've been here. So trainings are our only time other than training camps where we're all together. And I think just getting back on the bus after a good day, walking down the aisles and kind of going back to dap-ups, but dapping everybody up, walking down.
Seems to be like a fan favorite amongst BC skiing. The dap-up is just so simple yet so effective.
Yeah.
It is,
It is.
very
That's
much
great.
so. But yeah, that's mine.
What's your highlight as a BC student, maybe away from skiing?
I think when we went to the Beanpot final, it was our sophomore year or our freshman year when they beat BU.
They would have lost last year,
No, yeah. So it
and
was,
then 2 years ago
2
we
years ago.
lost. And BC has not won the Beanpot since 2016.
then it
Hopefully
was,
that changes tonight, y'all. But
Yes.
no, my fault then.
Tough pull there.
Yeah.
Yes.
when people are watching this, it could very well not be the case.
be, yeah.
It could be this past Monday they would have won.
Yeah,
Faith.
true.
Hoping
Let's
so.
go. Yeah, I think
So many to choose from.
So
right?
many to
I
choose
always hate
from.
asking that question. I feel like it puts you guys on the spot. But
yeah, outside of skiing, I think, I don't know.
I'm
I have to
ready.
think
Yeah,
about it a
don't
little
worry.
bit.
I got-
yeah, go ahead, bud.
Once again, I think I'm cheating with taking like multiple memories or favorite moments.
As many as
but
you'd like.
For me, it's call it just a nice sunny day outside of Gasson. When we're done with ski season, we've got a lot of time in our schedules because we have to block aside time for training. And I've spent some good afternoons doing some work, hanging out, sitting on the quad, saying hi to friends, maybe a dap up or two, right, coming through. So I think that's something like just being in the center of campus, the connection of it all. I think that's what I'm gonna hold on to.
And there's so many of those days to choose from coming up so soon. Brie, do you have an answer?
Yeah, so I think I've finally narrowed it down.
Okay.
I think that for me, I am, I've been working on some stuff just academically and like within my major, and I think that I've just formed some really great. I'm a psychology major. I've formed some really great connections within the psychology department. It's a place that I feel comfortable, and I've spent a lot of time doing work, and it's one of my favorite things. I'm actually working on a thesis at the moment, and so that has turned into something that I was so scared, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, and it's just been such a great experience, and it's one of my favorite things that I've done so far at BC, and I'm currently in the process of it, so it's definitely
How many
really
pages does it have to be?
a lot.
A lot.
It's gonna be long, but it's really been just something I look forward to and is super exciting, and I think that it's been one of my favorite things, and I'm really excited to have been able to
Very nice.
have the opportunity to do it too.
Well, best of luck in writing that. Can't wait to hear how it turns out.
Thanks.
Want to turn to some fun questions. We ask all the athletes this, and we've gotten a wide range of answers. Very excited to see what you guys have to say. Do you have a favorite dining hall on campus?
Gotta go lower.
I think lower.
Really? I thought you're a Newton guy. I thought you were gonna pick Stu for
That is true.
Go
kind of
all the way back to
switching up.
freshman
Yeah.
year. There we go.
I
Don't want
feel
to
like-
put words in your
No,
mouth.
yeah.
But
Stu has a special place in my heart, but I feel like lower. I gotta go. with
That's the
lower.
first time we've heard Stu mentioned, though, but lower's been like the runaway answer, and
Yeah.
naturally, right?
yeah,
Bode?
I think lower for me. I got the Rat sometimes. I like the Rat. That's a new one for me. It was like a junior year.
Just got it
discovery,
into the
really.
rotation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Worked on it, but lower.
What are we getting at lower?
Um,
So many things
I know.
to choose
Chicken
from.
tikka masala. That's
Yeah.
my
That's the
number one.
answer. That's what everyone has said.
Bao buns.
Yeah,
also.
bao buns
Not
are
to double
also-
down, but that's,
No, yeah, I think bao bun's probably my go-to.
Yeah.
I think lower breakfast. I mean, I don't know if anyone's mentioned it.
Great
That
pull.
Potatoes.
Great
How good are
pull.
those little-
But
You
breakfast
go-
potatoes are so good. Maybe like an egg or two, and even some rice. Sometimes.
staple on our team is fried eggs, bacon, rice.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's the
Sriracha.
BC skiing like kind of secret breakfast.
That's the diet.
Secret breakfast.
Not
You guys-
secret
I don't
anymore,
want to
but-
take it.
Sorry.
Don't want to spoil any secrets here before race day. Let's go right into that. Is there a favorite race day meal or night before the race meal that you guys will have?
Night before, butter noodles. That's
Butter
it.
noodle, just
Plain and simple.
Straightforward. Butter noodles,
Wow.
maybe like some broccoli or something on the side, and maybe hopefully some protein. But for me, very
Keep
like
it simple.
Yep.
Is that so? That's every night for every race.
Before every race, I get a little judgment for it, but it works, and I like it. So I literally will just have some plain pasta with butter, and I feel
There you go.
the best the next morning, which
Gets you ready. It gets you ready to go. Right?
No one get mad at me about maybe like that's not the most nutritious meal to have, but it's something I've been doing for a while, and it's definitely my staple.
Yep.
Alex, you got one?
I don't know about night before. Maybe some chicken parm potentially on some pasta would be good.
Yep.
Morning of.
Yeah.
I tend to not have the biggest appetite on race days, so maybe just like some yogurt, some granola, some fruit, something light.
Keep
but
it simple.
Yeah.
Simple. Yeah, I like, doesn't matter where we are. I like just a nice meal before the race. Like we, are in some resort towns and sometimes end up getting to go to some nice restaurants. So maybe branch out, get a, I don't know. I had stuffed sole once. That was pretty good. Had a good race after that. And then BC nutritionist, you can shut this part off, but a good just a nice little dessert afterwards. Just, something.
Yeah, you gotta treat yourself, right?
Yeah.
You
Calm
gotta
down.
have a little fun.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
you go.
Relaxes it. The finer things in life.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Well,
Yeah.
That's it for me.
I can't wait for you
Yeah.
guys to try more restaurants on the
Yeah.
road. It sounds like.
Yeah, Bode and I are definitely the opposite. He's trying new things, and
I was gonna say it's kind of like same thing every race, and then it doesn't matter what's in front of him. He'll eat it. That's the
Yeah.
best part, right? I have a ski-specific question. This may be too hard to narrow down. Maybe we can say one you've raced versus one you've just free skied. Is there a favorite trail you guys have?
Main Street at Stowe.
Main Street at Stowe.
We love Stowe. I mean, we grew
Yeah.
up skiing there, so
How could you not, right?
we won't ever
On and
stop
on.
talking about it.
So these guys.
But I think it really is the best trail in the East Coast, especially when it comes to skiing. There's just so much terrain, and it's just so fun to ski. I think that's also one thing that's really important is I just have a blast every single time that I ski that. I figured you probably are going to say the same thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'll try to mix it up. I'm trying to think of a non-Stowe trail, but I think at Stowe, it's either nosedive or hayride, early morning.
Okay.
Get there before
Yeah, good
anyone
names.
else.
Yep.
Those two are probably my favorite.
I'm copping out with the hometown one as well. The Face at Howelson Hill. It's
The
only one
it's
trail.
called The Face.
That's it. Just I don't even think it's
Doesn't even
named.
need more of a name.
Yeah, just The Face. That or kind of a weird name here, but Training Hill at Burke. There's a that's just a steep right in your face, not back to the face, but that one I like a lot.
I gotta give it a little love. And you mentioned Okemo. There's this trail called Tuckered Out that goes all the way around the
Great
mountain. Great. I mean,
Great.
because you truly do get tuckered out when you're done with it. It's like it's just blue, but it's like all the way around. I used to go up 4 times at the end of the day, just do that trail, and then obviously not going as fast as you guys. But I used to think I was going pretty fast, and then I watched ski racing for the first time. I'm like, I'm really slow. I'm really slow.
Yeah.
Is there a favorite day on campus? It could be Marathon Monday. It could be that snow day we had a couple weeks ago, but BC day on the calendar.
BC Day.
No,
I
mine.
think.
I know mine.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, you guys go. I have to think. I will get so overwhelmed
He
with
wants
all
to
these
think
good
through the
things.
answers. This is good. I like
Doesn't help
being
when we
thorough.
both say we're ready.
I think the Red Bandana game day in the fall
It's a good one.
is my favorite. I think that it's always like a big opponent that we usually play, and it's usually a night game as well, which has been awesome in the past. Definitely my favorite day.
Thank you.
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready for it. Yeah, mine's Marathon Monday for sure. I think that it's just so fun to go out and watch the runners, and everybody is always just so happy and so excited, and it's definitely just, it's something in the spring that you look forward to, and I think it's a good sort of, or it feels almost like a halfway mark, but I don't think it is at all. I think it's really toward the end. But
it does kind of feel like one of those things, but then I feel like after Marathon Monday, and I want
it's
to
exactly.
done.
Yeah. For me though, for some reason, I think maybe with skiing, because our skiing it usually ends in February, and then we have March and April and then May. So
Yep.
for me, it feels like sort of a halfway point. But I always really look forward to that, and I love watching all the runners and cheering them on. And
Especially when we've had some of our former teammates running in
True.
the past few
That's
years
great.
too.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Shout out
Wow.
Morgan and Sam.
And that was
Yeah.
How do-
Andrew
and-
Roos is coming up this
Andrew,
year.
yeah,
We got one
Andrew.
running this year.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
Go
Awesome.
Andrew.
Go Andrew.
When you're done, I don't know how you'd hit that when you're done, but you got to stop, set your feet, hit an eagle pose, right?
Yeah. I'm copying Brie here. Marathon Monday.
Has to be.
I mean, I don't want to be like self-righteous, but I feel like I might be the biggest marathon fan on earth. There's like nothing gets me fired up like people running. I've never made it to the concert, any of the festivities.
You just watch the runners.
Oh, I am parked there. Freshman year, Eliud Kipchoge was running.
Yeah,
hero of mine. And like that could have been maybe my favorite like non-skiing BC memory. I was wearing some nice like size 45 jorts that I got at Savers. Pretty psyched about that, and a David Ortiz shirt. And running down like the side of Com Ave with Eliud Kipchoge.
Oh, that's amazing.
I think I yelled at him, "No human is limited," his catchphrase. It didn't seem to help. He got like 7th. It wasn't for a lack of cheering, but it's like, man, Marathon Monday, just parked on Brie, Alex, our whole team. I think we're good. We've got like some people to read the bib numbers and get a name coming down, because you see people in the middle of the pack who don't have anyone. No one's hitting them like let's go, Alex. And I think if we can do that,
there you go. Well, I mean, I just imagine what it was like for Eliud Kipchoge running down the hill, seeing a guy in an Ortiz shirt and jorts running with him, yelling his catch. I mean, he got 7th, but he's still finishing faster than any time I'd ever put down in that race.
Totally.
Is there? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, no, I was just gonna say, but back to like our team, I think that we love doing stuff together, which is also really great. And we, like Bode mentioned, like we're always together on Marathon Monday, and especially with like a bunch of the things that go on. And I think that it just makes it super fun. Like, Bode said, like, people are shouting out names, and then we have other people that are, like, cheering people on, and Bode's running with people, and it's just, like, it's a blast.
There you go. It's just a great day all around, right?
Yeah.
The outfits, whether it's the concert you like, the runners you like. We usually get a good day for it. I don't know if all the snow will still be here. At this rate, it seems like we're going to get snow every week.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you guys aren't opposed to that, are you? No. At least not till the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
Is there a favorite BC sport to watch that isn't your own?
I love watching lacrosse. I think that they're just so fun to watch. I mean, I love it. I mean, it's just the best. I think.
Good one.
I think either football or hockey. I think football is fun, but hockey I definitely appreciate a lot more live in person. You get to really see like the speed of the game, which I don't think you can see on the TV as much. So yeah, I think hockey.
I want to show some both hockey teams, but women's hockey. And this is an outdated reference now, but Abby Newhook, OT winner. Man, we were there for that. It was insane.
Which one? There's so many.
Yeah, too many. Yeah, that's just like a blanket reference. But yeah, we're at a few of those. So,
skating for the Fleet in PWHL.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive stuff,
awesome.
right? We got all sorts of great sports here. Well, last one for you guys. What's a phrase your coach always says? Or maybe something she always has with her, something the coach has always got.
Good one.
Deep
a
thought
lot
here. I love it.
a lot of good ones.
That's what we often get told. There's too many good ones to choose from.
I mean, I already mentioned this, but she always reminds us, she's like, we are family, and at the end of the day, so like when, someone's having a hard time, we pick each other up and we help each other out, and, we're always there for each other and rooting for each other and pushing each other, and I think that she is great, and I mean, every single, meeting, we Eagles on 3. I mean, that's like a classic.
There you go.
That is a common one. Yeah.
That's classic. We use that all the time. But we end every meeting with that reminder of family, and also we do our
breakdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
any Eagle poses from Coach?
Yeah, she's chucked one up. I think NCAA's last year. We have a photo of it.
I think
so.
Yeah.
On the record
somewhere.
Something like our whole coaching staff does, but like during inspection, they're on the hill already normally, and they've, talking over a certain section of the course with you. And after they give you their thoughts and you tell them what you think, just the fist bump of like, you got it, have fun. I think that is like a big part of it, just having confidence in yourself, and they believe in you and you believe in them. And
yeah.
Totally.
I think Alex, our head coach, Alex Norden, she's the best. She uses the term "we" a lot, which I think is great. So it reminds you that
family mentality, right?
Yeah, you're not alone in this, and that coaches are invested as well. But all of our coaches, I mean, Mac Wood, grad assistant, he's great. Mike Cahill, assistant this year, phenomenal. Pete Anderson, he was here the past 2 years, great. They're all just give a shout out to all the coaches.
Yeah.
The whole
out
staff.
there.
The whole staff getting
whole
some love here.
staff.
They deserve
For
it. You
sure.
guys have done great this season. We're looking forward to a good end of the season for you guys. I know it's coming up soon, right? End of the year, end of the career, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
it's crazy.
you know what? Like that infamous G word, we're not going to mention it here. You guys know what it is, right? You know what I'm talking about. I'm just as scared of it as you
Yeah.
guys are. Thank you guys so much for doing this.
Yeah,
This is
thank
really
you.
great.
thank
Great
you.
to spotlight Boston College skiing. Best of luck for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much.
Coming on,
Go Eagles.
y'all.
Thanks
Yeah.
for having
Go
me.
Eagles.
You do, it's not
Yeah.
that hard, really gonna work.